Hi Gemini, welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. I'm Amanda. This is going to be a reading for the month of August 2019, starting from the Leo new moon on July 31st. Intensity right at the start here, okay? I want to say this, that as I was shuffling your cards, I saw the Aquarius card in here. And I don't know that this is going to be for everyone, but if you're out there, Gemini, and you're dealing with an Aquarius, the specific message that came through was think outside the box. Honestly, I don't know what that's about. I couldn't get really anything else with it. It was just think outside the box, think outside the box. So I'm just looking for this Aquarius card in case it adds anything else, any other details for anyone here. Think outside the box. There's like, I see this feather, which feels like a writing quill to me, but then there's also like these like jolts of electricity. Think outside the box. If that's resonating with anyone, please do let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. Okay, so what we have coming straight out here. This is about timing, okay? The first thing I'm seeing here in the Justice card is this handshake agreement. And I'm being drawn to the fact that they're shaking hands right at this exact moment as the sword's pointing up. Also, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. It's very subtle. But on either side of this like measuring tool here, it's numbered and it goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So there's something about like timing, meeting right at the right timing. You know, Justice is a card of karmic agreements. And I just kept hearing, you agreed to meet at this time. You agreed to meet at this time. The agreement and timing. Agreement, timing. And then that's also reflected here with the Death card. Death is about transformation. It's about, it's signaling that something, some energy is transforming, transmuting into another form. You know, when something dies, this moldy peach down here, it has to mold, it has to decompose, it has to compost down into something else, into different types of nutrients that can then enrich this soil and help these flowers to grow. Okay, that's this death process that this card is talking about. But check it out. Hourglass. Timing. It's like this skeleton has this arrow pointed in the right direction, but they're waiting to launch until the right time. Holding the hourglass, waiting to launch until the right time. Something about timing, y'all. Also, I was drawn to this, like, thinking outside the box. There's this one tiny golden flower down here that's outside from the rest. So think outside the box. When it comes to this transformation process. Okay, so there's an agreement, there's timing, there's, like, coming together at the right time. That's what's coming through here. And that's all like very much divinely guided process here with the Hierophant. Hierophant, higher self, the channel between above and below as we conceive it. The channel between the other world and our 3D reality. This process, it's like, it's already been written, you know, that's the feeling, is like it's already been agreed upon the exact moment that you meet. So if you are waiting on something to happen and you're stressing and you're feeling like, why hasn't this come together? Why hasn't this come together? It's because there is a divine time. There is divine timing that has not yet played itself totally out. There is like a moment, and the moment, we have not reached that moment yet, I don't think. We'll see what the other cards say. And then interesting with the Hierophant, today I was really drawn to everything moving up. Everything's pointing up. See, this hand is pointing up. The hands down below holding the candles are pointing up. The Hierophant's finger is pointing up. The fish, everything's pointing up. Except the keys, which feel to me like they're pointing down. That's interesting. And then I just heard think outside the box again. Sorry if that feels cryptic to y'all. It feels cryptic to me too. I'm hoping we get a little more clarity on that here as we take some more cards. Okay, let's see where this is going here, Gemini. This is a real zoomed out reading for you all right now. The Hanged Man. So somebody's waiting. Somebody's waiting here. Hanging upside down, waiting for the moment of electricity, waiting for the moment of awakening. Okay, so as you are waiting, as you are in this limbo, you know, the Hanged Man, the specific limbo of the Hanged Man, there's a few limbo cards in the tarot, and the specific limbo here, I keep seeing the Eight of Wands on the bottom of this deck. We'll get to that. The specific limbo with the Hanged Man is a limbo with the goal of spiritual awakening. So whatever this like hanging moment is, and you may be feeling itchy. I can almost like feel it in you, Gemini. I think that's why I'm drawn to like timing. There's a moment when you meet, or when two forces meet, that is timed, divinely timed. Like it's not time yet. It's not time yet. And I can feel your frustration with that. But know that this specific limbo, this specific suspension with the Hanged Man is one for spiritual enlightenment. You know, you hang upside down like this so that all the blood rushes to your head and you get this like revelation moment. And it is a card of surrender. Surrender to the uncomfortable experience. Surrender to the discomfort of this limbo, of this shift in perspective that you're being asked to take here. And I can see that because you've got 3 major Arcana cards and now the 4th. Right, you know, like this is the story of your reading so far, is all these major Arcana cards, which is like a zoomed out perspective on your situation. It's communicating to you that there are larger forces at play here, and so you need to shift your perspective. You need to shift your perspective here. It's really hard to see, but there's this like little green teardrop shape right on this person's third eye, this figure that's hanging upside down. And from that third eye, we're getting the explosion of all of this energy here around their head. See all the little red? It's supposed to be the myth of Odin and hanging upside down willingly, putting himself in this position in order to gain the revelation, which ended up being the runes. And coupled with the Hierophant here, there's some like major spiritual energy here. Spiritual revelation, spiritual gift, spiritual awakening. Awakening to your higher self. Okay, and now I don't think this belongs as part of your spread, we'll see. But the Eight of Wands does want to be heard here. The Eight of Wands is a swift message coming through. It's a swift message coming through. It's like coming in hot, you know? And usually the Eight of Wands is coming in from an external source. This is not necessarily like an internal revelation you're having so much as like some sort of news that you are receiving. Something that you maybe this is what you're waiting for. You're like waiting to hear about something. Waiting to hear about something. Just trust the agreement. The agreement. Something about this agreement and timing. I'm drawn to the literal justice scales. So for some of you, like law. Something about law. Balancing the scales, law. Because, you know, this is like karmic justice or like karmic agreements, but also, you know, the ways that we enact earthly justice here. So maybe some of you are waiting on a case. Maybe you're waiting on a court case. Maybe you're waiting on some sort of justice, some sort of agreement to be made, some sort of like two forces coming and working together that might have to do with justice, might have to do with the law in some way. Okay, practicing law, maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's get some more information here, Gemini. Whoa. Talk about two forces coming together. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. So this card is typically about romance. We're going to keep pulling out because I don't really see much romance on here yet. But it very well could be. So the Two of Cups is like, in this card in particular, I really like this because it's very much complementary energies. They're very different. See that? This couple in the Two of Cups, they're very different energies. This is a blue person over here. This is like a pink tutu person over here. But the blue person, you know, carries a bit of the pink with them, and the pink person carries a little bit of the blue with them. See that? They like have one another's cups exchanged. It's very yin and yang, you know, like one half is all of that dark with a little speck of light, and the other is all of that light with a little speck of dark. And that's that balance, that yin and yang balance that I'm seeing here, which makes sense coming out under justice, balance. And this message I'm getting of like waiting for two forces to come together. Here's two forces coming together in equality. So if you are waiting for a romantic situation and you're like, when's this going to come together? Here it is, right at the center of your reading. And the answer is in divine timing. This is, you know, this agreement is meant to happen in divine timing. Or, you know, the Two of Cups doesn't have to be a romantic situation. If you, whatever you, like, two forces need to come together for you. Divine timing. Okay, let's pull more cards, Gemini. This reading is really, really getting me. I'm really enjoying it. I'm not sure if this is for you. Hold on. I was really feeling this other card under my thumb. Why don't we take them both? I'm not supposed to take that. Okay, sorry. Had to listen for a second. Four of Cups. This was the card under my thumb that I felt like I needed to take. So, honestly, it's more energy of waiting. We have this person down here. See them? They're kind of like this. Looking at the cups in front of them. Kind of like bored. They're surrounded by these three cups down there, and they're kind of like dissatisfied, frankly. Dissatisfied with their current life. Dissatisfied with the way things are going. And that's your waiting energy. That's you being like, oh, when is something better going to happen? When is this thing going to happen? When is this going to get rolling? And like, I can't sit here anymore. I don't like the things around me. This isn't working out. Here's Spirit coming in and offering you that big old cup that you've been waiting for. Shining that light right down on you. See that? Whereas you're in here looking towards this like darker side where it's hard to kind of see what's going on. Right behind you is this big old light, big old cup of love up there. Okay, so for those of you that are in this love situation, it's coming out right under death. So there needs to be a transformation process. And again, timing, okay? When the time is right, it's like you're going to feel, suddenly you're going to like, suddenly you're going to look up. I felt all that upward directing energy. Suddenly you're going to look up and you're going to see the offering from Spirit that you've been waiting for. Okay, there's a trash truck coming down the street, so it might get loud. Sorry. What else can we get for Gemini? All in the timing, my friend. Okay, we have King of Cups. All in the timing regarding the expression of your emotions. Or perhaps this King of Cups figure is representing the energy of who or what you are trying to come together with. So this is an energy of someone who can express their emotions maturely, who does not hold back on their emotional expression. So it's like simultaneously, like the mastery of emotions, all that actually means is that you neither block the inflow and outflow of your emotions, nor do you like throw out that emotional energy willy-nilly. You know, it's like a very balanced emotional being. Maybe you're waiting for the right time to express your heart to someone. Maybe you're waiting for the moment to tell someone how you feel. And you're waiting for this like spiritual revelation from your higher self. You're waiting on guidance for when is the right time to express your heart. Express the way you feel. Yeah, wow, there's this really interesting parallel between the hand in the King of Cups, who's holding, by the way, that same blue cup. See that big old blue cup from Divine? Now you got it. It's like now you finally looked up and you saw it. And now you want to share it, but it's like, see that person, his hand is up like this. This being, their hand is up like this as well. So these two hands are kind of being like, in the right timing, in the right timing, in the right timing. Okay. We have the Cancer card here, another card talking about emotions. You could be dealing with the Cancer, but I tend to take these a little less literally unless told otherwise. So what I'm seeing here with this Cancer energy, God, I love this card. It's so beautiful. Today I'm really drawn to the spikes. See the spikes all over this crab? What a shell. This is like very, very, very protective, defensive energy. And not only does this crab have all those spikes on their shell, but also has two spears ready to use them. Or like one spear blocking what seems to be an arrow coming in. What is this here for? There's definitely an energy of like waiting until the right time to strike, because you can also see this parallel between the crab and the Death card. They're both holding a spear. And death is literally looking at an hourglass for the cue. You know, waiting for the moment to strike, waiting for the moment to express your heart. Waiting. Something major wants to come through with this Cancer card, and I can't hear it. Okay. Let's get one more card here for Gemini, and we'll take some clarity. Five of Swords. Can't end on a fighting note. Hold on. Okay, this card like practically jumped up into my hand. Virgo, interesting. Virgo and Cancer energy here. So we've got earth and water. Mutable earth. Why is this here? Okay, the Virgo card is mimicking the Hierophant for me because, again, we see a spiritual figure like a monk or a nun. Someone devoted to spirit. Someone devoted to their spiritual practice, really trying to listen to their higher self. Cultivating, cooking something up in this cauldron, you know, whatever you cook up in this cauldron, it takes time. It takes time for those things to bloom and ascend. See that focus and that dedication of that Virgo? Virgo is also work, you know, Virgos love their work. This is like a focus on work, a focus on like really cultivating something here. What are you growing? What are you cultivating? For some of you, this is definitely a love thing with that Two of Cups right at the center. But for some of you, this is a job. You're like waiting to hear about a job, waiting to hear about some sort of like career advancement. And it's just like there's an agreement. It's all in the timing for these things to come together. For some of you, that you're definitely waiting on a partner. You're waiting on love. You're waiting for the two of us to come together. Why haven't we come together? I want to express my heart. You're waiting to express your heart to someone. And expressing your heart is going to end some sort of like karmic cycle. Help transform some karma between you. Five of Swords energy. This is conflict. It's like, I mean, you can see, you know, we've got this orb in the background and all these swords coming at it. Somebody's hand is getting stabbed. They're trying to reach in the pot. Somebody's hand is getting stabbed through. Okay, I'm hearing from this, what will happen if you move too soon, if you strike before the right time. You're putting your hand into something that has too much conflict and you're going to get, see that, stabbed through. You've got to wait for the right timing. Here's that sword. There's like spears and swords in this reading. Spears and swords and cups. Spears and swords and cups. It's like an emotional strike. An emotional strike. This is so specific and so big broad at the same time. It's weird reading. I'm loving it. Okay, Sword of Truth, Sword of Justice, Sword of Truth, Sword of Justice. And I feel right now for you, Gemini, this sword in the Five of Swords, the Sword of Truth is like right in the foreground with all this stuff happening in the background, and it's telling you to wait. It's like, wait until I move and then you can go in. You don't want to go in with all these like dagger energies. You want to go in with the Sword of Truth. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I've been saying that a lot in these readings because the readings are like kind of obtuse. Virgo energy. Okay, so I feel like this Virgo energy, in the meantime, as you're dealing with this, you know, if you're dealing with a Virgo, then sure, like, take it as it resonates. We've had Aquarius, Cancer, and Virgo show up for you in this reading, which is very interesting. Normally the sign cards don't jump out like this. While you wait, what are you tending to? Virgo is also a card about serving and caring, okay? I think you need to serve and care and nurture yourself. Nurture yourself, care for yourself. What are you growing? What are you blooming? What's growing in your garden, you know? What are you cooking up over here? Is this a very inward focus? You know, the equivalent card for Virgo in the major arcana is the Hermit. I think you need to hermit right now while you are waiting on timing, while you are waiting on the time to emotionally strike, okay? Whatever that means to whoever this is resonating with. Go within. Get busy here with your spirit, with your higher self, with cultivating the spiritual practice here with the nun. Really dropping into your intuition, dropping into your internal space. Maybe meditation. Really listening to yourself. Listening to what's going on inside of you here. Wow. Really specific messages, Gemini. Okay, we're going to get some clarity here real quick. Oh my gosh, we're already at 26 minutes. I'm going to try to be brief here with this clarity. First of all, I got to clarify this Justice. This Justice card is like the card of this reading. Wow. Okay, we have a story popping out right now. First of all, the Hierophant again. Again, pointing up. And I'm seeing the keys. I'm also seeing this staff that the Hierophant is holding. It's like more spears. More spears. Rise above any conflict right now. Rise above any conflict. Hang yourself in limbo. Go into a spiritual place about this issue. King of Pentacles. And we have the King of Cups here. You want to express yourself emotionally. Maybe to someone who embodies the energy of the King of Pentacles. This is an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I don't usually care about signs that much, but for you, it's like a thing. Maybe you are waiting on this energy here. And by the way, if it's not an earth sign, the energy of the King of Pentacles is one who is very self-contained. And by that, I mean like disciplined, on top of their money, totally in control of their commerce, their business, the way they exchange value systems with the world. This is very dependable, loyal, solid, stable energy here. Okay, so maybe this is embodying a person that you're dealing with, or maybe this is just like something that you want. That's what it feels like. It's either someone that someone that you want, or something that you want. Maybe you want to embody this like King of Pentacles energy of being very stable, having a good career, having moving authentically out in the world and making money for being who you are out in the world. It's like effortless making money here. Okay. So whether this is a person that you want or like an opportunity that you want, you there's a choice to be made. And again, I'm seeing introspection, which I don't normally see with this card. Usually this card is like, take action now. Here's the Ten of Cups, by the way, which is like, so if whoever this is, where this is a romance, here it is. It's like, clearly, we got rainbows. We got happiness. We got fulfillment. We got two people coming together and like googly eyes in each other. Again, very much the Two of Cups energy where two people meet in harmony and celebration. This is emotional fulfillment for sure. But it could also just be signifying like the emotional fulfillment that getting a job will get you, or being able to do the career that you want to do will get you. Usually in this card, it's like take action. Walk through the doorway here that is present with the two wands. Step through. Choose a wand. Make a choice and go. But for you, I'm seeing before you can do that, there's this like, I'm seeing this person gazing into this orb, almost like a crystal ball. And that is signifying to me more of this spiritual energy. There's some inward looking that you need to do before you can make this choice. Okay, that's what's coming through here for justice. Let's get some clarity on the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups energy here for Gemini in August, the time of the Leo new moon? So whatever this coming together energy is, well, we have the Four of Cups again. Waiting for it, being unsatisfied with the cups in front of you, waiting for this offer from divine, waiting for something better. And then we have the Six of Cups. Again, two people coming together. This energy of wanting something to come together. So this could be someone from your past that you want to reunite with and maybe have an emotional conversation. This could be someone, maybe like a family member, or just like any kind of past energy. Maybe even like, it could even be, if this is a career that you're waiting to get started on, this could be a career that gives you the fulfillment and joy and almost like a childlike dream, a childhood dream, waiting for that childhood dream to manifest. Or again, if this is a person, waiting to come together with a person from your past, because you're unsatisfied with where things currently are for you. So we got the Four of Cups twice. Why is the Four of Cups here for Gemini? Ooh, this card wants to talk. Oh, Ten of Pentacles. Gemini, you're getting tens. This is good. Whatever this is, whatever is waiting to come together for you, it's going to be really, really fruitful. It's going to be really good. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles, this is like family healing. It doesn't have to be blood family. It could be chosen family, you know? Family healing. This is such balance. This card is so balanced. We've got two people. Now they have come together. See that? They're together. They're looking out at their castle or their home. They're standing under the threshold of their home. I'm really drawn to the keystone here at the top. The center, holding everything together. This is incredibly stable. Talking about that King of Pentacles, you want that stability with another person or in a career. Here it is. That's what you're waiting on. You're waiting on that Ten of Pentacles. And it is coming. Divine Spirit is offering that in the right time. Okay. The King of Cups. Why? What is this emotional expression? What is this outward expression of emotions here with the King of Cups? It feels like your energy, Gemini. But maybe... we'll see. What is the King of Cups doing here for Gemini, please? Help us clarify the King of Cups, please. What wants to be expressed? Ah, there's the Eight of Wands again. Incoming. Incoming communication. This is often communication about love. Some readers call this Cupid's arrows, okay? But regardless, this is, you are like waiting for waiting for some news before you can express your heart, or maybe this is you expressing your heart. Also, something I'm getting with this card, which some folks say, is like the arrows have been launched, and notice how they have not yet landed. They are like they're on their way in, but they haven't yet landed. So it's almost like you want to say this thing, but it hasn't yet landed. Maybe you're afraid of how it's going to land, or you're not sure how it's or where it's going to land. Okay, very interesting. Can we get a little bit more about that message with the Eight of Wands? What's the Eight of Wands about? Okay. This is talking about what has hurt your heart. This is a very specific message. I don't know that this is going to be for everyone. Maybe you need to express what has hurt your heart in the past. So, we had past energy with the Six of Cups show up for this Two of Cups. In order to break this karma, in order to officially complete the contract or the agreement, you need to express how your heart has been hurt. Because that is part of what the King of Cups does. The medicine of this card is take the swords out of your heart. Again, we got spears, swords all over this reading. Take the swords out of your heart. And the way that you do that is by expressing your emotional truth. It's really the only way. Okay, so someone wants to talk about the way they've been hurt or the way that they have felt hurt. And that's not necessarily by you, or maybe you want to, we all carry swords in our hearts from way, way, way past relationships or past wounds or childhood or whatever. But it feels to me like you really need to express something about the way your heart has been hurt in order to take those swords out. Take those swords out. What's Cancer doing here? Why is the Cancer energy here for Gemini? These are long readings, y'all. It's just the way it is right now. August is going to be quite a month. Seven of Cups, confusion. I'm feeling like you want to strike through the confusion. You want to strike through any kind of wishy-washiness, any kind of emotional fog, any sort of feeling like, well, I could do this, or I could do this, or I could do this and this, or this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. Cut through it. I'm seeing the spear just cutting right through this. Cutting right to the heart. That's Cancer, the heart. The heart of the matter. Cut right to the heart of the matter. This could be family for some of you. Cancer is very, very family, and we had the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Or someone that feels like family. Okay, Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords here for Gemini? Death card again. Transformation. Transforming this conflict energy. And it could be inner conflict. Inner daggers, just and impatience, wanting to put your hands in pots where they don't belong. Okay. Wanting to control. Wanting to solve. It's like that. I think that's what's transforming here. Any energy of conflict. So what's the death card doing here, since we haven't clarified the death card? And we got it again. What's the death card doing here for Gemini? Wow. Okay, so in order for a new beginning for your heart, a new start for your heart, which may have been your last reading, actually, that I said that. I think it was you. In order to have this new beginning for your heart, a new emotional beginning, because again, we have like talking about the cup being offered here with the Four of Cups, and the cup that you want to offer as the King of Cups. Here it is, right here. This is the cup. So I think twofold. You offering this cup to someone else and expressing your heart. Sorry about the noise. Causes a very deep process of transformation for somebody involved here. Probably both parties involved. And that helps to complete a karmic cycle, so that, you know, like that's the agreement. You expressing your heart, and then that offers a new beginning. So either like with this person or with someone else, maybe. Let's get some clarity on this Ace of Cups. What's the Ace of Cups doing here? Yeah, whoa, the Star card. This is like faith, hope, and trust. Faith, hope, and trust in your destiny. See this beautiful peacock bird looking thing, just shining brilliantly and moving towards that star in the distance. Following that star, that's you following your destiny, following your star here. But again, timing. Have to wait for this process of transformation. Waiting for, maybe you are waiting for new love to come in, but a transformation process has to happen first. There has to be some sort of timing before you can look up and realize, oh, there it is. Okay. I do want to know why Virgo energy is here. I think it's because somebody's dealing with a Virgo. That's what I'm feeling for some folks, but also because of what I said of like going in with a Hierophant. But let's see if there's any other clarity that wants to come through for Virgo. This Virgo energy. Sorry, cards. Slamming into this. Okay, Three of Cups, reunion. So for some of you, this is the person that you're trying to come together with. And since there's like a third person in the mix here, you know, this isn't the Two of Cups, it's the Three. There's like, maybe there's something in the way. Or for some of you, it could be a third party situation with a Virgo. And you need to talk about it. Or this is simply the card of reunion. See that happy sunflower or whatever it is up here blooming at the top, and you've got all these cups together. But I will say we do have the Four of Cups, which is like you're sitting down here in this situation where there's three cups, and that is not satisfying to you. So for whoever specifically resonates with that, here you are, here's the three cups that aren't working, here's the three cups that aren't working, maybe with involving a Virgo, and then boom, here's the Ace coming in to like da 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 save the day. Okay, very interesting. But for those of you that it's not a third party situation, then this is just about the reunion, the coming together that you want to happen, but you've got to go within first. Okay, I think that's all the clarity I want to take because this video is so long. Okay, let's get a card from the Goliath shadow deck here for you, Gemini. All these decks are pre-shuffled and prepared for your energy. Okay, I was about to shuffle and look what popped out. the Ace of Wands. So that ace energy, brilliant new idea. And there's also, it feels like that spear to me, like that you're waiting to strike. Okay, that's not, I won't take it as your card, but it did want to pop out. Okay. All right. What is the shadow card here for Gemini 2? Shadow energy is just like things we're afraid of, things that maybe we have a hard time seeing about ourselves or about a situation, have a hard time facing. So what is the shadow energy here for Gemini? Oh yeah, okay. The Hangman again. Yeah, I think it's hard for you to be in this limbo. I think it's very uncomfortable. It's called the suspended monkey in this deck. It's very uncomfortable to be in suspension, to be like told to wait, to hold up, to, hey, while you like, what am I waiting for? You're waiting for a spiritual revelation. I mean, gosh, the spiritual cards that are here for you, Virgo, Hangman, Hierophant, and again, Hangman. You've got to go within at this time. You really do. And I think that like frustrates you and maybe scares you a little bit, but that's what you're being asked to do here, is to surrender to this suspension. Surrender to this time of suspension. Allow that to be what is happening and lean into it. See, okay, well, what revelation, internal revelation can I have while I'm here? All right, let's get you a little Akta Spåman advice. Don't throw pearls to pigs. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. You've heard the saying, don't cast your pearls to swine, okay? Don't throw pearls to pigs. This is very simply, if you're dealing, whatever needs to come to, you want something to come together, I think, so that you can move on, either with someone else or with this person or whatever this is. Know your worth. That's what this is. Know your worth. If someone is coming into your sphere here and bringing a bunch of BS, or, you do want to communicate about heartbreak or the way your heart has been hurt. So I think as you're in this time of limbo where you're really meditating on this stuff, meditate on your worth. Meditate on the ways, maybe get very clear on the ways that you tend to give your gems of your heart to people or situations that don't merit them, that don't deserve that. No offense to pigs, but it's just the metaphor, Don't cast your pearls before swine. What else for Gemini? Anything else? This is kind of a sarcastic deck, Gemini, so, have a light heart, okay? Failure is always an option. So, to me, this speaks of the fear of failure. This speaks of this, need to get your hands in the pot and, fix. Also, hello. She's in the Hangman position. Okay. Surrender is what this card is saying. And here we have the new moons. New moon in Leo on the 31st of July. Surrender. Surrender. What's the worst that can happen? Your rope gets cut. You fall to the ground. Okay, you stand back up. And you walk. Failure is always an option. And if that freaks you out, I think something to think about with this reading in this situation, if this is resonating with you. What does failure mean in this situation? What are you afraid of regarding failure here? And then really ask yourself, is that actually even failure? Is failure even possible here? What are your fears around maybe expressing your heart? What are your fears around this not coming together or definitely coming together? Okay. And try to let those fears go. Try to let those fears just wash, because again, it's all in the timing. It really is. You are being guided. You are being, there's so much spiritual guidance on the board here for you, and you are being asked to do a lot of that yourself, but it's here for you as well. Okay. Let's get some botanical tarot guidance. Major Arcana guidance for Gemini, please, in this situation in August. The Magician. It's mistletoe, by the way. Mistletoe is this like magical plant. It's actually a very magical plant with deep pagan roots. Look it up. But this mistletoe, it's sort of it has this symbiotic relationship here with, I think this is maybe an oak tree. But mistletoe actually lives on other trees, and that's how it survives. It doesn't really have roots. It just it can just survive here on this tree, which is really, really incredible. And the message of the Magician is that you have all the tools at your disposal to do what you need to do. You have all the tools at your disposal to manifest this coming together, to manifest the career that you want, to manifest justice, to manifest new love, Two of Cups, whatever this is that this is about for you, you have everything you need within you. You have the magic in you, my friend. Trust in that. And when the timing is right, yes, use your wand, use your sword of truth, use the tools of the Magician, use your cup to express, because that's the thing with the Magician. The Magician uses all four elements here that we work with in the tarot, being cups, emotions, wands, that fire, that spirit, that creativity, sword, truth, communication, and pentacles, earth, cultivating, material value. Okay, so the Magician has all those tools at their disposal, and they know how to use it. And so for you, my friend, when it's time to use your cup, use your cup. When it's time to use your sword of truth, use your sword of truth. When it's time to use that Ace of Wands and start a fiery, passionate new beginning, you have the tools at your disposal and you know how to use them. All right, Gemini, thanks for listening. If this reading is resonating with you, click that like button so that we can work that YouTube algorithm and get this video out to those that need to see it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that we can stay connected moving forward. The mid-month videos will be posted in about 2 weeks. And if this is resonating with you and you would like to dive deeper on a more personal level here in the beginning of August, please contact me. I'm happy to give you a personal reading so that we can flesh this out for your specific scenario a bit more. All right, y'all, take care. Good luck in the beginning of August, and I'll see you mid-month.